Good morning and welcome to day 196 on the AT. My name is Mosey and this is Rissaroams. Just got dropped off by Pizza Bastard and starting the climb up Stratton Mountain. I am going northbound today. So today is my longest day, a very long time, 17 and a half miles, I think. And so we are getting a very early start to be sure that I have plenty of time to do this. It's actually before sunrise even, so I was up at 5 this morning. We had quite a drive to the trailhead and it's just before 7 and I'm getting on trail. So yeah, I decided to go northbound on this section because other than the climb up and down Stratton, there's not really any other climbs. There's not a lot of elevation gain. And so if I went south, would have been ending my day with that climb. And I just felt like it was better to get it out early so that way I knew, kind of what I was dealing with at the end of the day and could better manage my time and not, waste so much time and then have a big climb and descent at the end of the day. So that was my thought process. So we're getting going. It is a little windy. Probably gonna have to put my rain jacket on as I get higher up. And we're thinking I'll probably see some more snow today. We'll see. At least up at the top. So here we go. All right. We're about a little less than 2 miles from the top. I'm starting to see some snow and ice. I think Pizza Bastard was right. I'm gonna see snow today. Yeah. Interestingly enough, as I'm climbing, the snow is actually thinning a bit. I don't know if it's because it's windier up here, I just blew it off the trees, or if it's because it's a little bit more sun exposed. Maybe, I don't know, kind of strange. We'll see when we get to the top what it looks like. But yeah, it's more of a dusting up here than it was a little further down. Well, made it up to Stratton. Not sure I'm gonna see much from up there. I told myself climbing up here was pretty pointless, but I gotta say, being next to the snow-covered trees, it's so pretty. I'm not going any further because there's no point and it's crazy windy and the window panes up there are frosted over anyway, but look at this. It's crazy. All right, so now that we've climbed Stratton, headed back down, got a little more than 13 and a half miles left for the day. It's right around 9 o'clock in the morning, so we're doing pretty good. I only have 1,200 feet of elevation gain left, quite a bit of loss. So hopefully it'll be pretty chill. Pizza Bastard says he does not really care for the section from Prospect Rock back to the road, so we'll see how I fare on that. But yeah, gonna get going. My fingers are frozen. Have I mentioned how much I love this shirt? Oh, it's so nice to have a warm nose. I know my hair looks a little crazy right now, excuse it. But so just something that I've been thinking about. Of course, I've talked a lot about how I don't want this to end, but also I want people to know I'm thinking a lot about the finish too with excitement. I am bound and determined. I know a few people have commented on my videos around the time I'm filming this, questioning whether or not I'm going to make it because it's getting cold, and you know, I'm not all that worried about it. But if I crawl across that bridge, I'm going to finish this trail. Whatever it takes. I'm doing it, and I'm doing it soon. And I've just been thinking about what it's going to be like the night before, laying in my tent, knowing that like the next day I'm going to be a through hiker. And then when I get to that bridge, I'm just going to want to run across and follow my face on that border sign. It's a moment that will be 7 months in the making by the time I get there, but it's been a fantastic time. So I have been seeing some mud today, but not a lot. Hasn't been too bad. I haven't seen a lot in Vermont. Of course, we're not in mud season, and it has been pretty dry. But all the northbounders I talked to, they said the mud in Maine was way worse anyway. But my friend Lizard, she skipped to Vermont on her hike north, and then after she summited, came back and finished. So she actually just completed a couple days ago. She told me the last 30 miles of Vermont are really muddy, to be careful. So we're anticipating it. Well, I did get a little bit muddy. Some trail maintenance is being done, so they were working on the bridge, so I had to go down and cross whatever, you know, creek or stream that was. And then they're working on bog boards, so trudging through a little bit of mud, but not too bad. All right, so that was Prospect Rock. Got there about 1:15, had lunch. Last night, Pizza Bastard made chicken and sweet potatoes and veggies and biscuits, and so I had leftover chicken and biscuits for lunch, which was delicious, and then some chips and cookies, you know. And so I am thoroughly chilled now. Body's good, just fingers are cold. Meant to get gloves and need to grab them. But 5 miles left to the road. Let's see how it goes. I think it's hailing. That's a trail first. But, you know, could be worse. So some other thoughts that have been on my mind are how grateful I am to myself for flipping. There was a worry when I decided to flip that there would always be this lingering disappointment that I'm not summiting Katahdin at the end. That's always how I thought it would be. But I have absolutely no regrets flipping. My experience would have been totally different, and maybe it would have been good, but I think this was how it was supposed to be. And sure, maybe if I hadn't flipped, maybe I wouldn't have broken my ankle. Maybe I wouldn't have experienced Debbie in the 100-mile wilderness. But if I didn't flip, and if I didn't experience Debbie in the 100-mile wilderness, I never would have met the boys and hiked with them. I never would have met so many of the people that I've met. I wouldn't have met Step, the trail angel I met just before the Bigelows. I wouldn't have had the opportunity to have Pizza Bastard Slack pack me. I didn't have his contact information. I was only able to get it from some northbounders who knew him when I crossed paths with them. yeah, there's just so many things that I wouldn't have experienced. I would have felt so rushed and stressed. And not that I haven't at times felt those things. There's just something that always kind of makes you feel like you should be doing more. And I've had to learn to quiet that voice. But also, I get a whole extra almost month out here because I decided to flip. I know so many people who have summited now and are returning to their normal lives, and they weren't ready for it to be over. And I get this extra time, and I'm so thankful for that. Also, I probably would be summiting about now. And, well, snow. I'm very glad I didn't have to climb Katahdin in the snow, because I've seen a few snowy summit pictures, and I'm glad that's not me. The sun started to come out, and I got a little warm, so I took off my rain jacket. It's raining.